Welcome back to Crisco's Corner, unfiltered commentary, not your truth, the real truth. And as always, thank you for your support. Hey folks, welcome back. Well, this is one of the few times you'll ever see me report on a story from a Rolling Stone. Neil Young demands Spotify remove his music over false information about vaccines. They can have Joe Rogan or Young, Neil Young wrote in a letter to his manager and label, not both. Well, we're going to miss you, Neil. Idiot. Joe Rogan has 11 million average daily listeners. 11 million every day. They could care less about you. Could care less. Here's the funny part. I was born in 1956, got out of high school in 74. So I remember the we'll call it the liberals and the leftists and the anti-government people, and that was Neil Young, and that was Rolling Stone, against the man, that kind of thing. And they're all about being against government and being against everything else and blah, blah, blah. So is the ACLU, and you can live a whole list of organizations. All of a sudden now, all of these so-called we're against the man people are now all for it. All of them are for it. It's amazing to me what's happened. Let's read on. He's got a couple of good tunes. Who cares? Neil Young posted a since-deleted letter, imagine that, to his management team and record label demanding that they remove his music from Spotify. I am doing this because Spotify is spreading fake information about vaccines, potentially causing death to those who believe in the misinformation being spread by them, he wrote. Please act on this immediately and stop today and keep me informed of the time schedule. Now, I am on parole with YouTube for 90 days till the beginning of April, mid-April. I received a community guidelines strike because they said I spread misinformation. I appealed it, and of course I was turned down. All I did was report on Project Veritas article. Okay, so be it. Nothing I can do about it. I branched out to other platforms. You'll see them in the description below this video. Please watch me on there if you can. Now, that being said, I have to say this. Anything concerning your health, please inform and consult your doctor. And when your doctor and yourself make a decision, then move forward. Always consult a physician first before doing anything or not doing anything. I am not pro-vaccine. I am not anti-vaccine. Okay, that being said, I want you to let Spotify know immediately today that I want all my music off their platform, and continued. They can have Joe Rogan or Young, not both. Again, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Neil. Young was referencing the steady stream of information about vaccines that Joe Rogan has peddled on the Joe Rogan Experience. I can't comment whether they're misinformation or not. Remember, this is Rolling Stone. Last month, 270 doctors, physicians, and science educators signed an open letter asking Spotify to stop spreading Rogan's baseless claims. And you can look up in other places who the signatories were to that letter, and I'll leave it at that. With an estimated 11 million listeners per episode, the Joe Rogan Experience, which is hosted exclusively on Spotify, is the world's largest podcast and has tremendous influence. Yeah, way more influence than Neil Young. Spotify has a responsibility to mitigate the spread of misinformation on its platform, though the company presently has no misinformation policy. But here's the funny part. Young removed most of his music from Spotify several years ago because he felt the sound quality on the service was too low, but he ultimately relented, saying, that's where people get their music. He told Rolling Stone in 2019, long before COVID. I want people to hear my music no matter what. They have to get through to do it. I'm just trying to make it so they can hear a lot more and enjoy it a lot more. but sell it for the same price because music is music. Young's letter was addressed to his manager and a Warner executive. At press time, Spotify hasn't responded to a request from Rolling Stone asking if they plan to remove Young's music. It's still available, but it might be smart to listen to Zuma and Rust Never Sleeps while you still can. They could disappear at any moment. This is virtue signaling on a grand scale. A grand scale. I'm not saying that Joe Rogan is giving false information. I'm not saying that he isn't giving false information. And I'm not saying that Neil Young is right. Can't do that being I'm on probation. So decide for yourselves. I'll tell you the truth. If Neil Young had any balls and he really, truly believed in what he said, then take your damn music off of Spotify. Take the financial hit. He complained about the quality of the music prior to this, but yet he put it back because Spotify is where people get their music from. I don't, but I never was a Neil Young fan to begin with. He had a couple of decent tunes, but all these old counterculture hippie types from when I was a kid in the early 70s, I was going through high school, very impressionable age, ACLU, everybody, against the man, against the government, against this. Now, they're all lock and step with them. I find it absolutely fascinating. And maybe somebody that's a psychologist that's way smarter than me can write a book someday on how all these old anti-government, anti-establishment people are now the establishment. I'd be fascinated to know why. Anyway, folks, for those of you Neil Young fans out there, sorry about that. Nobody cares. 11 million viewers a day. Neil, nobody gives a damn about you. And they haven't for a very long time. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.